Good day to Professor Muhammad Kamal. My name is Liao Liwei. So from this video presentation, I'm going to introduce the general idea of bioengineering. So what is a bioengineering mean to us? Bioengineering is the application of life sciences, physical sciences, mathematics, and engineering principles to define and solve problems in biology, medicine, healthcare, and other fields. Or it also can be explained that it is a discipline that applies engineering principles of design and analysis to biological systems and biomedical technologies. So for example, the bioengineering research includes bacterial engineering to produce chemicals, new medical imaging technology, portable disease diagnostic devices, and so on. Thus, this course provides the fundamentals of biology and engineering, which may include elements of electrical and mechanical engineering, computer science, material science, chemistry, and biology. So, how does bioengineering bring the human brain, mind, and behavior empowerment to success? So, neuroscience is the one that can be related to this. Neuroscience is the scientific study of how the nervous system develops, its structures, and what it does. So, neuroscientists focus on the brain and its impact on behavior and cognitive functions. However, not all neuroscientists directly study the brain, but the brain research tends to capture their attention and imagination. So, neuroscience research is advancing at a rapid pace, making exciting progress on a wide variety of issues. These range from the slowing of degenerative diseases such as Huntington's disease, ALS, and Parkinson's, to discoveries on how the brain develops in early childhood. So, for example, the brain-machine interfaces (BMI), which allow biological organisms to interact with inorganic computers in order to increase a person's loss or waning mobility. So how can we study the relationship about human brain, mind, and behavior? So first, we're gonna talk about the research that using magnetic resonance imaging (MRI), which is the one of the neuroimaging techniques nowadays. The human brain activity can be observed through indirect magnetic fields created by the functioning nerve cell in our brain. So the mental tasks, emotion, and perceptions, and so on, of the activities can be monitored. Thus, it gives us a better understanding about the mental condition of a person experienced every day. Furthermore, the Mind, Brain, and Behavior Research Center (CIMCY) is established at University of Granada for conducting pioneering and highly innovative research in psychology. This research center is to help the researcher to conduct their experiment so that they can learn more about the brain's mental process and the impact of behavioral problems on the degeneration of mental function. So how does a EEG going through? So in order to perform EEG tests, the electrodes are placed all over the head, so it can measure the changes in the electrical activities of the brain. And we must know that EEG cannot measure an isolated single neuron, but it can measure the sum of the potential difference of millions of neurons together. Therefore, signals captured through the electrodes are sent to an amplifier, which then sends the information to the computer. Then the computer will process the data and generate several image and data analysis. So next, I'll talk about the fMRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging. So in fMRI, it is using the energy released from protons to get the data to construct images. The data is then generated from oxygen from blood flow, which means that more activated area will have more blood flow. This is also known as a blood oxygenation level dependent response, BOLD. So where it is a non-invasive that can be performed repeatedly on the same individuals. So now talk about the advantages and disadvantage of bioengineering. So for the pros, for the advantages, that is tackling and defeating disease. And second is the possibility of living longer. Because this one is thanks to the technology and modification brought about by bioengineering. Next is reduce the cases of infant illnesses, where bioengineering helps in eliminating the existence of infant illnesses. So next we'll talk about the cons, disadvantage. So the first one is may lead to genetic defects. This one can be explained that because it exposed to the existing organisms to dangers that might include genetic defects. So next one will be the irresponsible due to many employees die. This is because when we want to get a desired results, which many employees being subjected to tests end up dying. So the third one is the economic consequences, because there will be too much money invested in bioengineering that would have been invested in other social projects. So before I continue to the last part, let me open my video camera. Okay. So next, for the conclusion. So with the advanced non-invasive neuroimaging techniques nowadays, researchers can easily observe and examine the brain activity with brain imaging tools such as EEG, fMRI, MRI, or others, which allows us to learn more about the relationship between human brain, mind, and behavior that might be related to mental conditions or health conditions. So with the help of bioengineering, many solutions can be created to continuing worldwide health issue, helping to change how patients are treated and also lowering the cost of care. So that's all for my video presentation about general idea of bioengineering. So thank you very much and stay safe and have a nice day.